Hi, it's Ingrid. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing another reading challenge. For this video I'm going to attempt to read a book for every color of the rainbow. I think that makes 6 books in total. I'm going to do red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So in that order I'm going to pick a book with that color. When I originally planned this video I was going to start with this book because it's been standing on my TBR card like this, so I've only seen the red spine, and I for some reason thought the whole cover was red. It isn't, and I want to try my best to make sure both the cover and the spine is red, or whatever color I'm doing, so I had to wait with doing this video. But I just bought The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden, the second book in the Housemaid series. Third one just came out, so I think it's time for me to actually read the second one. And it's red, spine is red, everything is red, so it's perfect. To be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of The Housemaid. I was very conflicted and very confused with my rating on that book. Didn't really want to read the next one until they had like the... Was it in the epilogue? I think maybe it was in the epilogue, like a preview to the next book. And I read it, obviously, because I have to read the epilogue. And I was a little confused, and I was like, how are they gonna do this? So I picked it up, and I also hate not finishing things, so since I started this series, I might as well continue it. I don't know too much about this one. I don't know if I want to actually read the back of it right now, or if I'm just gonna get into it. I have read the back of it, I just don't remember exactly what it said. But I know that like the little glimpse I got of it in The Housemaid made me intrigued, so this is going to be the first book for the color red. I have a comment already. I didn't really want to start reading right now, but I've tried watching like 3 different YouTube videos, and I keep turning them off because I just can't do it right now. Which is weird because I love watching YouTube and I could usually sit for hours. So I ended up reading the prologue, and in that one, started thinking. What I liked about the last book was that the prologue started like in the middle of something, or at the end of something, but like with something really going on, and then we got back in time to before it and built up to it, and that really kept me interested. This one's interesting because I have thoughts already. I feel like I'm gotten more into like the thriller structure, and I can like think more of that might not be exactly as it seems, you know? And then we got to this page and it said part 1. And usually I love parts in books. If I see a part 1, part 2, part 3, thank you. In this one, I should have known it was coming. But in The Housemaid, those parts angered me so much. Because I was excited, obviously, but then things started happening in those different parts and things changed. And that just frustrated me so badly, which is part of the reason why I didn't like the book, because things just didn't go as I wanted it to, and I felt betrayed. And now this book is gonna do the same. And I wasn't even gonna sit down and read, I was just gonna read the prologue, but now I might have to continue. And like, I don't have anything else to do. That's a lie, I do actually have things to do. But I don't want to do them, so I might just sit and read for a while. I think it's good that a book is bringing out this much thought from me, because usually I feel like I've been kind of numb. So maybe this is good for me, even though it's frustration that is building up here. But we're gonna go with it anyways, and we're gonna read this book and hope for the best. I have an update on The Housemaid's Secret. I'm on page 156, so I'm almost halfway through. I don't really know what to say about this, because like I said about the housemaid, I was very conflicted. It made me very angry, and this one does the same because all of the characters are just so annoying, and the things that are happening just makes me so angry. But at the same time, her writing is so good. It's so fast-paced. It's so easy to read. It's so simple, while also a lot of things are going on, and it's just described perfectly. So I'm really enjoying reading it. But the plot just angers me because, first of all, Millie, the fact that she keeps doing this, it angers me that she doesn't quit. I understand why she doesn't, but it angers me. It wouldn't be a story if she quit, obviously. But it's like, why are you putting yourself in this situation? And also, in The Housemaid, there was a prologue that was like leading up to another story, but that's not this story. That's like in between, and we don't get to see that. She's mentioned it, but that's it. So this is something new. There have been times where I wanted to just DNF it, but I couldn't do that, and I know that I can finish it very quickly, so it's no point in doing that. But I'm already like thinking about my rating, and I don't know how to rate it. And obviously I haven't finished it, so I don't have to rate it yet, but still, I just don't know what to think, because it angers me. I want to just bang my head into the wall, while also I can't really put it down because it's very addicting, and I don't think I could handle not knowing how it ends, which is really annoying because I just want to DNF it, but I don't think I could handle that because I need to know how it goes, like what's gonna happen. So I'm probably not gonna give you any more updates on this book until I've finished it. I might, but I don't think I will. I don't know what to think about this book. It's very addicting. It's easy to read. It's a quick read. So, like, if you haven't read a lot of thrillers before, this one is a good one. Well, Frida McFadden, I haven't read more than this series, but her writing is really good. It's really quick. So, if you're new to this, I think her writing is something that's really good to start with. But it also angers me a lot. But I'm gonna turn the camera off now and hopefully finish it. I could do that. I could not. But I think I want to just finish it so we can start another book tomorrow. So it's currently 11, Tuesday. I was planning on finishing this early today because my plans for the day was to babysit. I was gonna pick up my cousin's kids from kindergarten at around 4. But then she called me at 1 and told me that one of them was sick, so I needed to pick them up early. So did not have time to read a lot. I was sitting and reading when she called me, then I had to put the book down. So obviously I spent a lot more time at my cousin's place than I was planning on. But then when I got home, I had to do some things. But I finally sat down with this, and I've finished it now. And I don't know what to think. Because I know that Frida McFadden's writing is so good. It's so easy, and it just, like, I don't even know what to say, because with her writing I can definitely sit down and read in a longer period of time than I can with any other author. It's just so quick, and I read her writing so much faster than I do others. I don't know why, but like my reading pace increases with her books. And it's so annoying because I love her writing, but I hate the plot. That's not even true. It is a little bit. This is also split into parts. Part 1 was pretty good. There was things that angered me, like the characters' actions or decisions that just angered me. But I was like kind of expecting to not like this because of my thoughts of the first one. But then in the first part, I started thinking that maybe this is better. Maybe I'm liking this more. Then part 2 happened, and I wanted the book to be over. And then part 3 and part 4, it got a little bit better again, but it just, the characters' actions just bothered me so much. It's so annoying. One of the characters so insufferable. And like there's so much I want to say to explain my feelings towards this book, but I can't do that without spoiling it. And I don't want to spoil it. So I can't really get my point across without doing that. So I don't even know how to rate it. I'm thinking about a 2-star, but then the writing is really good. So I'm thinking maybe a 3-star, and then I'm thinking maybe I like this one more than The Housemaid. But I rated The Housemaid a 3-star, and I kind of want to rate this one a 2-star. So I don't know. It bothered me a lot that I just said a 2-star, a 3-star. Because every time I hear someone else do that, I get so annoyed. It's not a 3-star, it's just 3 stars. If I'm going to put the A in front, just say a 2-star rating. Add the rating at the end, or else it just doesn't make sense. But the book is over, and I'm going to try not to think about it anymore, because it just angers me so much. And I want to tell you all of my thoughts about all of the different characters, but I can't, because it's going to spoil things. Again, I'm going to say the only character that I like, and so. And that's what happened with the last book as well. The only thing that I liked after reading the book, and so. But anyways, now that that's over, it's time to move on to my orange book. For that, I have 2 options. One of them I really want to read. One of them I really should read. Unfortunately, those 2 aren't the same. So the one I want to read is When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I read the cheat sheet earlier this month. This was the first book of June for me, and I absolutely loved it. That was my first Sarah Adams book, so I really want to read another one. I really enjoyed her writing, the setting, the characters, everything was just so good in that one. So I want to get to another one of her books, and I know that people love this one even more than the cheat sheet. And with my feelings towards that, then obviously I'm not gonna dislike this one, so it's just good. This one, I don't know too much. I have read the back of it a while ago, I don't really remember. But I think it's a pop star who, like, her car breaks down in a small town and she meets a guy, and I'm pretty sure he's a baker. I might be wrong, but I think so. Amelia Rose is burned out from years of maintaining her public image as pop princess Ray Rose. Noah Walker is running the pie shop his grandmother left him, but after finding Amelia on his front lawn in her broken down car, he decides to let her stay in his guest room, on a very temporary basis, of course. There's more, I don't want to look at all of it, but I'm very excited for this. But I am feeling like maybe I should pick the book that has been on my TBR the longest. The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. Problem with this one is that I've never really had the desire to read it. But I picked up The American Roommate Experiment. Is that the title? I think so. Wanted to read that one. Didn't realize it was a series. And if you're gonna tell me like it's just interconnected standalones, you don't have to read the first one. I don't work like that. If it's a series, I have to. No matter how loosely tied they are. If they exist in the same world, I have to do it in the order. I can't really do anything about it. So, which means that if I'm going to read that, I'm going to have to read this first. And I don't want to. And it's like the difference. This one's so easy. This one, I don't want to. And I don't even know what it is about. Do I want to know? Not really. Maybe I'll read the back of it. This one I'm actually going to read the whole thing because I know absolutely nothing about it. Catalina Martin desperately needs a date to her sister's wedding, especially when her little white lie about her American boyfriend has spiraled out of control. Now everyone she knows, including her ex-boyfriend and his fiancé, will be there. She only has 4 weeks to find someone willing to cross the Atlantic for her and aid in her deception. NYC to Spain is no short flight, and her family won't be easy to fool. But even then, when Aaron Blackford, the 6'4", blue-eyed pain in the arse, offers to step in, she's not tempted even for a second. Never has there been a more aggravating, blood-boiling, and insufferable man. But Catalina is desperate, and as the wedding gets closer, the more desirable an option Aaron Blackford becomes. Is this girl British? I don't know. Whatever. That didn't really give me anything. I'm still not interested. So even though I know I should read this one, it would be really good for me. Most likely gonna pick up this one. And it is kind of productive because in my book journal, I made like a 24 books I want to read in 2024. This one's on it. So most likely going to pick this one up. I don't know if I'm going to start reading today because it is pretty late and I have a headache. But anyways, this is the next book that I'm going to read for my orange option. Technically, the other one is more orange because this one is blue, but I don't care. It's an orange book. So, that's the update for now. I did go to the mall. Should I give you a haul? I want to give you a haul. I don't care. I got this shirt. It's just very simple and it has like a built-in bra. And I'm very excited to wear it, so I'm most likely going to wear that tomorrow after I shower. Very excited for that. I got a lip gloss. A lipstick. The color. Beautiful. It's the Max Factor lipstick and the English Rose. And I don't have a lipstick. I've never really been a lipstick person. But for the first time in my life, I found a lipstick I like. Because I usually only wear lip gloss. Because I just don't like lipsticks, but this one's good. And then a lip balm with SPF. So, I'm gonna sign off right now and I'll update you later. I like the lighting here, it was fun. I like filming right now, I'm happy. But my head hurts. This will just be a quick update because I hate looking at myself with my hair up. But I started When in Rome. I'm like 60 pages in. And I'm a little disappointed. I'm very bored, really. And I was expecting to love this. Because I loved the cheat sheet from the beginning. I was obsessed all the way through it. And everyone loves this one more than the cheat sheet, so I was expecting to love this even more. But I'm bored. I don't like any of the characters. I don't like the setting yet. I haven't seen anything I like yet. So, a little disappointed. I don't want to read the book. I feel like I have to though, because I have to read a book in every color. And I don't want to start another orange one, so I'm just gonna have to go through with this one. But I'm just not liking it. So hopefully, when I get further into the book, I will like it more. But as of right now, not enjoying it. I have a little over 100 pages left, and I'm liking it more than I did in the beginning. I feel like at the 100 page mark, I cared a little bit more. I really enjoy the moments between Amelia and Noah. Clearly I don't care that much. Them as like individuals, not that interesting, but their dynamic and their relationship is like what's keeping me going here. I think they're both a little annoying. Like in the beginning, I felt it was very insta-lovey, but like nothing happened out of it because they're both like in love basically by the beginning. Like you've just met, like the first 200 pages were in the span of 2 days. Like you don't have all these big feelings after knowing this person for a day. And it's just so annoying. But I am like enjoying it. It's easy to read. And I like the tension between them a lot. So I am enjoying it a lot more than I did the last time I talked to you. I'm hoping to finish it today. It's pretty late and it's extremely warm in my room, so I don't know if I want to sit and read. But I will be finishing it either today or tomorrow morning. So my next update will be when I finish the book. So it is Friday. I'm feeling like shit right now. I went to my cousin's house for dinner last night. Well, not night, but like yesterday. Then I had a good time with them, like my cousin and her 2 of her kids. We ate, we played a lot. We were having fun. Then I texted my mom, asked her to pick me up because I felt so sick. I felt like I was gonna throw up. My stomach hurt. Everything was bad. I was like shaking and trying to just not to do that. Then I got home, felt really bad, got better, drank a lot of water, sat in my bed, got better, Went to bed, could not sleep because I felt like I was gonna throw up every second. Woke up feeling worse. Now every time I move, every time I talk, I feel like I'm gonna throw up and it's really uncomfortable, but I'm still gonna do this video. The bad thing is, I'm supposed to go to like a party thing with my high school friends tonight, but I feel sick and I don't want to go. So don't really know what to do about that. But I did finish When in Rome last night. Stayed up till like 2 a.m. to read this. Because I was gonna read it, but then my mom asked me to watch Criminal Minds because the new episodes just came out of the new season. And then I had to listen to Gracie Abrams' new album, so it took some time. But then I finished this book. And I cried. A lot. I love this. But I don't know how to rate it, because in the beginning I thought I would rate it 3 stars because I was so bored. But then we went along in the story and I cared a little bit more and I thought like maybe 4 stars. But now I'm thinking maybe 5 stars. But I don't know, because I was thinking 4 stars. But then I thought like I felt more connected to this than I did with Flawless by Elsie Silver, and I rated that one 4 stars. And I feel like I should rate this one higher than that book. But I also felt more connected to this than I did the cheat sheet, and I rated that one 4.75. But I don't think this is a 5 star. Well, it is. I don't know, because this is where things get hard for me, because I end the book feeling amazing, loving it, and then I think 5 stars. But like in the beginning I didn't. And I feel like I just forget about the beginning and just, oh, I loved it at the end, so it's 5 stars. So I don't know how to rate romance books. It's so hard for me. I think I shouldn't give it a 5 star because of the complaints I had in the beginning. Like, it was very install of it, didn't like that. Like, the time frame we were in, everything was happening so fast, and like, it doesn't make sense that you have these big feelings and it just affects you so much when you barely know the person. I didn't really feel any attraction to the main male character, and I feel like if it's gonna be a 5 star, I need to really love them. And I didn't really care about them. I did care about their relationship. Like, I wanted them to be together. I was rooting for them. I hoped for a happy ending. I knew it's a romance book, so obviously I'm gonna get that. But I don't think I can give it a 5 star. But I don't know what to rate it. I think I like this one more than the cheat sheet, even though I have complaints for this and I had no complaints for the cheat sheet, so I don't really know. I don't understand how to rate romance books. But I think I'm gonna land on a 4.25. I might bring it up to a 4.5. I'm not completely sure. When I edit the video, I'll put it on the screen if I change my mind. But I think that's what we're at. We're on to the yellow book. I'm not excited for this. I want to skip to the blue book because I have so many options for blue, so I can just pick what I want. Technically, I do have 2 options on my TBR, and that is Twisted Games by Anna Huang. I read Twisted Love in 2022, I believe, and I really did love it. But I just never had any desire to read this one. I didn't care about Bridget in that book. I know a lot of people did, but I wasn't interested at all. And then with the... I'm pretty sure there's like a... At the end of the book, it's the first chapter or something of this, and I read that and I was so bored, like, didn't care at all. I don't want to read this story. My other option is This Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi, the author of Shatter Me. This is a fantasy, and I do kind of want to read that, but I don't really. I haven't finished the Shatter Me series, so I don't want to start another series by her. And if I start this, I'm going to have to buy the next book, and I don't want to do that. And I don't feel like reading this. And I read the back of it yesterday, and I don't care. I don't want to right now. I'm gonna read it eventually. I think the cover is beautiful. So getting that on my shelf would be great, but I don't want to read it right now. There's another book that I've been looking at on my TBR card all week. Looks like that. It's yellow. But then I turn to the cover, and it's not yellow. There's a little bit of yellow, but it doesn't count as yellow. The back, very yellow. But I don't think I'm going to count that, because I want it to be yellow. So I could cheat. I was thinking, technically it's not even cheating, but I have Nick and Charlie by Alice Oseman. I have read this before, but this is the most yellow book I have. Like, everything is yellow. And I do love Nick and Charlie. I reread Heartstopper Volume 1 earlier this year, so maybe I should reread this one. I think I really want to do that, actually, because I love Nick and Charlie's story, and I think this is like a novel. There's a book. It's a novella, but it's still like, it's a full length. It's not full length, but like, it's a written thing. Heartstopper is a graphic novel, and I think it's very fun to see Nick and Charlie's story in like a different medium. So I might want to do that, actually. I don't know if you count that as cheating when I've read the book before. Technically it isn't, like, I'm making the rules. So I'm going to read this one because I actually really want to. And I'm not going to force myself to read something I don't want to read. So I'm going to read this one. And then, obviously I'm going to finish this today, and then I'm going to move on to the green book. I have a few options. I thought I had more. Apparently I don't. So we're gonna read this, and then we'll see what we do after that. I'm gonna throw up. I hate this. I might have to text my friends and say that I'm not going, but like, I feel so bad if I do that. But like, I'm actually feeling awful. So, loving life at the moment. So, I don't think I updated you. If I did, I'm gonna cut it out because I don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. But I did finish Nick and Charlie. I just finished it in one sitting because I didn't want to bring it to like multiple days, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna pick it back up if I didn't, and I want to move on to the next book. And my camera battery is flashing. That's just great. I think I'm gonna give you more thoughts on this later, and then we're just gonna go through our green options. So technically I have 4. I thought I had more, but it wasn't really green. I have The Wizard of Oz. I might want to read this, but I'm not completely sure. I'm trying to not buy books without reading them, and I bought this year, so I should read it. The Final Gambit, the third and final book in the Inheritance Game trilogy. I really want to read this, so I might actually pick this one up. An Offer from a Gentleman by Julia Quinn, the third book in the Bridgerton series. Really want to read this. Like, the cover isn't completely green, but it's very green. I don't know if I'm gonna choose this, but I really want to. Last option is Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. I also bought this very recently, so I would like to read that. It's also on my summer TBR. So I'm not completely sure which book I'm going to choose, because I don't have time to read right now. I'm going to my friend's house, like I talked about earlier. But I'll let you know a little bit later what book I decided, but it's gonna be one of those. So that's it for now. I'm gonna go. I think I'm starting to get sick. I don't feel good. My face is in pain. But I've been gone most of the day. I was babysitting like all day. But I did start a book. I started Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. I'm like 100 pages in. Exactly, I think. 101. At the beginning, didn't really like it much. It was boring. Didn't care about any of the characters. Didn't really like them much. It's getting better. I'm feeling a little more about the story. I'm liking it a little bit more. I don't think it's my favorite, but I'm kind of enjoying it. The writing is very easy in a way, but it's nothing like that just like pulling me in. I don't think this is my favorite romance, but I am enjoying it. I feel like it's very hard for me to rate romances because most of the time I have like the same thoughts about them. So I don't really know what to say. Like, I'm like 20% through. So I'll probably have more updates tomorrow when I've read a little bit more. I was going to read like until I fell asleep, like my head is hurting, so I'm not gonna do that, I think. So we'll see tomorrow what happens and how far I get. I'm gonna try my best to read a lot tomorrow. I have finished Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey. I don't know how to rate it. I'm struggling so hard to rate romance books. I actually have no idea how to do that. I don't think I ever told you my rating of When in Rome, and now I'm considering changing my rating for the cheat sheet as well. Didn't read that in this video. Read that. That was the first book I read in June. But I don't know how to rate romance books, and now I'm struggling because I gave that one 5 stars, but now I'm questioning, like, did I like this one more? Because I've been thinking more of this one. Like, I woke up today and I was thinking, like, I can't wait to read the next book in this series, because that comes out either July 16th or the 18th, and I'm so excited. The next book is about Tallulah, who is Josephine's best friend and Wells' friend, who is a basketball player. It was either basketball or hockey. I'm pretty sure it was basketball, and that's like a nanny romance, and I'm so excited for it. I really enjoyed this book. It was very slow in the beginning. I didn't really care, and it took some time for me to like the characters. I don't know if I'm very connected to the characters now either, really. That's why I'm like, normally I feel like I would just rate this book 5 stars, because that's what I do with most romances. But I'm trying to think, like, do I actually feel like this is a 5-star read? Because when I think about the characters, I wanted them to be happy and I wanted them to be together. But as just separate people, I don't think it's not that I disliked them. I didn't at all. They were good characters and I liked their personalities. I liked that Wells could be grumpy without being, like, mean. And, like, he could be, like, closed off, and, like, he was mean to some people. But, like, sometimes the grumpy person is just rude to the love interest. And, like, that doesn't make any sense, because why am I gonna want you together? And Josephine, I think I liked her. I don't really know. She's not my favorite. I don't feel like it's an insane connection or anything. I liked the fangirl aspect. That wasn't the biggest part of this, though. I thought it would be more about the fangirl, but it wasn't. So I don't really know what to say. I liked the development of the relationship. I liked how you could see they cared for each other, and I feel like usually when people start to fall in love with someone in these books, they're denying it. But these people were, like, honest about it, and they didn't live in denial for 200 pages, which was very refreshing. So I did really enjoy this. So I'm thinking, like, do I give it a 4.75 or do I give it a 4.5? I don't know. I think I ended on giving When in Rome 4.25. And now the cheat sheet, not important for this video at all, but, like, I kind of want to lower that rating, but I don't know. And Nick and Charlie, never told you about that. That was a reread, so I knew I liked the story and I love the characters, so that's still at a 4-star, which was when I first read it as well. So I don't really know what more to say about that. It's like a sad little moment right before Nick goes away to uni. And I really enjoyed the book. It's just a novella, so not much is happening, but I like their relationship, I like the characters, so it's a solid read. Now, I think I'm just going to move on because I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this. I really enjoyed it, I like it. I want to read more Tessa Bailey. I almost ordered some other ones of her books yesterday, but I think I'm going to wait until the next book comes out. Buy that, read that. If I love that, I'm going to buy more of her previous books. But I know that if I buy her books now, I'm not going to read them yet anyways, so I'm just going to wait. Now we need to pick our blue book. I think I know which one I'm choosing, but we're just going to go through our options very quickly. Over here, I have It Starts With Us, not gonna read that, and the rule book, which I really do want to read, but I don't think I'm gonna choose that one. There are more blue spines, but they're not blue on the cover, and the Chatterman series is not included. I have Heartless by Elsie Silver up here. I think I want to choose that one. Over here I have V2 by Robert Harris, LMLE, which I think is called Eeny Meeny in English, by MJ Arledge. I have Divine Rivals. I think that one's blue, but I don't think I'm going to read that one. And then I have Mythos and The Fine Print. But I really do want to read Heartless by Elsie Silver. I read Flawless in May, April, May, don't remember, one of them. So I think I'm just going to continue the series. That's also going to give me the option to read the purple book, Powerless, for our next read. So I have a few purple options. I don't know which one I want to do yet. So if I read Heartless now, I have more options for the purple. So that's good. I think I'm going to do that. I would like to finish that series this year, so it's good for me to get that off of my TBR. So I think I'm going to pick Heartless, and I'll update you in a while. Okay, I haven't started reading yet, but I'm just gonna tell you something very quickly. Before starting this series, this was the book I was the most excited for. Like a single dad nanny romance. But then I read Flawless, and I hated this man. So I wasn't excited anymore. But I just read the back of it, and one of the lines here. Kate Easton is 13 years older than me and barely looks my way, until I get him in the hot tub for a game of truth or dare. I'm intrigued. So I'm very excited. And when he softens in our quiet moments together, I start to realize his hardened exterior is just a facade. So I think I'm gonna sit down and read. Don't really want to be honest. I just don't want to do anything. At all. Tried watching YouTube, don't want to do that. Could watch a show, don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna try to read. If I like the book, I'm gonna want to read, so we're just gonna have to actually start. That's the hardest part. A quick update. I haven't really filmed any clips of me reading the book, so sorry about that. But I'm on page 52. I'm about to start chapter 6. I was reading, and then my mom asked me if I wanted to go to the mall with her, so I had to go, and I just never picked the book up again. But so far, I don't like it. I'm bored. I was a little bored at the beginning of Flawless as well, so it makes sense, and I still like that one, so there's still a chance of me liking this. But I don't like Cade at all. He's mean for no reason, and I get it. He's got trust issues, and his former family situation with the mother of his child. Don't know exactly what happened there, but clearly it messed with him. That doesn't give him the right to take it out on Willa. Like, she hasn't done anything to him. And I didn't like him in Flawless, so I'm not really expecting to like him much here. Because I don't know if I can, like, excuse his behavior. One thing I really like is that Willa is standing up for herself. I wasn't expecting that, but the fact that she actually did that made me very happy. I don't know exactly what I think of her character yet, other than that she stood up for herself. She seems fun, she's good with the kid, and I like the kid. But I'm not enjoying the book yet. Like, I'm only 50 pages in, and it's a pretty big book. There's still a chance, but I don't really want to read it. I'm going to, but I don't want to. That's my current update. I'll probably update you when I'm like halfway through, because if I'm not enjoying it, I don't have much to say, and I think I need to get like really into the book before I have more thoughts, if I want them to be positive at least. So hopefully I get to update you more today, that I will read more today, but it's currently 9. So I don't know how much more I'm going to read today, because right now I'm going to do something else for a different video that I think will be out after this. But I'm filming another, like, doing bookish things. I rearranged my shelves. That will be in that video. Now I'm about to update my book journal. You don't need to know that, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm almost 300 pages into this book and I'm loving it. I'm having like 5-star feels right now. I was a little bored in the beginning, but I think it just needed to set up the story for me. And I found Cade a little bit annoying because he's so grumpy and was a little mean. But now that I've gotten to know him and like sees more of his internal thoughts, I like him a lot more. And also I know that the way he acts stems from his trauma and like his life, so I can accept the grumpy if there's a good reason for it. And I feel like his actions aren't exactly justified, but like I can understand where he's coming from, and I'm just wanting him to be happy. And I love them, and they're so sweet together. Like every moment between Cade and Willa, and also all the moments with Luke, is just so amazing to me. And like one of my favorite things about this universe, this series, is the relationships between the whole family and the way that both Jasper and Rhett notices how much they love each other even without really seeing anything of them. Just makes me so happy. I've cried a bit. I've felt a bit. I feel like someone's squeezing my heart. I've smiled a lot. And I'm just really loving it. I'm most likely going to finish this today. Okay, I'm in the hallway because my room is so warm that if I turn my fan on, I will actually die. But I was gonna do like a little cute little montage of me putting away the last book I read, picking out a new one, sitting down and reading. But then I opened the book because I wanted to read this one because it's purple. It's black on the cover, but it's purple too. I don't care. And I didn't want to read the next Chestnut Springs book, even though that was my plan, but I just need to, in case I like that one better than the one I just read, I need to wait, because I need to have my time with this book and enjoy it and have that as my favorite. Because I loved it. 5 stars, no doubt. Absolutely obsessed. But it has like a long list of trigger and content warnings. I'm not gonna read through all of it, but then I turned it over, like that was gone. And then I got to this page. And it says, for those of you who read the trigger warnings and said, accidental cannibalism, count me in. This one's for you. Who said that? Who said that? Not me. Do I want to read this book? Don't know. I'm a little concerned. So I don't know if I want to read this book right now. Like I might be going to the bookstore a little bit later, and then I want to buy the sequel, but like, I'm not so sure. And I'm thinking maybe I should save this for like a dark romance video. I don't know if I want to read this book though. So like I don't really want to read any book. Could I end the video without purple? Is that fine? I'm thinking of doing that. Sorry. But I don't want to read this book right now. And I have, like I said, I don't want to read Powerless until I've until I've had the time to like soak up my love for Heartless. And I have another purple book, but I have the video planned for that one. And then I don't want to read a fantasy. So I don't know what to do. So I could read this. I don't want to. So this might be the end of the video. Maybe I'll pick up a purple book soon. Maybe I won't. But I'm gonna go now.